So I don't understand how you just pop up and you're like, oh, I want to compete with your dead mom. Like, why can't I be mommy? Like, I just don't like. Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back on Reddit for more Am I the A-hole? Let's see. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister-in-law that taking care of her kids is her job and she shouldn't expect others to do it for her? Let's start there. Okay, I have 2 kids, female 3, male 1. I'm also a pharmacist and I like to spend my free time learning to play basketball. Learning to play basketball, learn to play the violin, and learn new languages. So you see, I'm pretty busy at day. I see, girl. My in-laws have been so supportive. My mother-in-law is an angel. She told me that it makes her very happy to see me improve myself, and she volunteered to babysit for us. She babysits whenever we ask and never asks for money because according to her, she doesn't want to get paid for spending time with her grandkids. The problem is that my brother-in-law's wife, I'm not sure what it's called in English, so I called her sister-in-law, who is a SHAM, stay-at-home mama. I was so damn confused. Okay, let's get real. So the brother-in-law's wife is a stay-at-home mom, thinks she is entitled to do the same thing. Don't get me wrong, my mother-in-law babysits for her too, but she will do it occasionally, not every day. She only has one 4-year-old son and she doesn't work and she's not interested in learning anything, yet she thinks mother-in-law should babysit for her every day so that she can relax. Yesterday she snapped at mother-in-law and told her she either has to babysit for both of us or for none of us. I told her that taking care of her kids is her job and she shouldn't expect others to do it for her. She called me an a-hole and said it's none of my business. I don't think you're the a-hole. Logistically, okay, here we go. Logistically, it is none of your business, but I don't think you're the a-hole for saying it, full stop, okay? Logistically, she is right, it is none of your business. If the grandma continues to babysit, that's on her. Like, the grandma needs to like either say no or suck it up. So that is on the grandma and that's her business. I don't know if maybe I didn't read enough, but I don't know why you're telling her that when you don't have to take care of the kids. Like, is the grandma saying that she can't take care of the kids now because she's taking care of 3? Like, unless that's happening, I don't understand. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, she was low-key right, it's not your business. So, final answer, you're not the a-hole, it's not your business. Grandma needs to figure it out. Hey, am I the a-hole for leaving my ex to sit and take care of his child and taking a business class to upgrade myself? I, 30-year-old female, have been dating Matt, 33 male, for about a year. Matt has a kid, Alex, from his first relationship. The kid is under 2 years old. Every now and then I used to look after Alex when Matt was at work. We don't live together, but they stay at mine every now and then. We decided to go on a holiday for 10 days at the start of May, and due to some family drama, Alex had to go with us. The flights were over 8 hours long, and I have booked the ticket for all of us. During the flight and the holiday, I have spent nearly all my time was spent looking after Alex while Matt had the time of his life. Some things came to my attention. He was still seeing his ex, which resulted in us breaking up at the end of our stay. On the flight back, we were all sitting together and the flight attendant approached us and asked my ex if he wanted to upgrade to the business class. Before he could say anything, I had mentioned it was me who bought the tickets and used my own account to pay for them, so an upgrade should go to me. The flight attendant was trying to argue at first, as she assumed Alex was my child, but I told her that's not the case. We ended up having an upgrade so I could relax after spending all this time looking after Alex. After the flight, Matt, a few other passengers who assumed I am the mom as well, and some family members and friends called me an a-hole for not giving the upgrade to Matt, even after I mentioned the flight attendant didn't say anything about Alex being allowed to join Matt. So basically, flight attendant said the son couldn't come, just 1 adult upgrades. First of all, flight attendant, why did you offer, do not play with me. Why did you offer him the rest? It's our kid, right? You thought. So how come he gets to rest and I can't? Flighty, what's going on? So that's the first op in this story. Second of all, full stop, you're not the a-hole. Woo. Honestly, you lost me at taking care of the kid on the vacation. I would have put that baby in his lap and I would have disappeared for sure. So that's another thing. And then what else? Like, yeah, I don't understand why you were taking care of a kid that's not yours from a man that was cheating on you. So I don't know, like maybe I'm heartless, maybe I'm cold, I don't know. But you just found out that man cheated on you. You need to return that baby and get back to your life and try to get some semblance of your life back, I guess. So no, you're not the a-hole. Oh, where is this? This is a little booklet. Okay. Am I the a-hole for telling my stepmother she's not second best, a consolation prize because she's not in the running? All right. My dad and my stepmother got married when I was 9 and I'm 17 now. They have 3 kids together. 9, 17, so they've been together 8 years. Okay, they have 3 kids together. My mom died when I was 8, but my parents were already divorced, and I think my dad was already dating my stepmother at the time. Either that or they rushed the relationship because they assumed I would need a new mom because mine died. It was a crazy AF time. My dad and stepmother decided we needed therapy together because she was struggling and wanted to communicate some stuff to the 2 of us that she had not before. In therapy, she started off talking about how she feels like she's second best or a consolation prize with me. She feels like I see her as less than a parent and less than a mother, and it hurts. She talked about marrying my dad, expecting we would be so close, and how she believed a newly motherless child would need someone else to fill in, but that the whole time we've known each other, she feels like I do nothing but compare her to mom or dismiss her in favor of mom and leave her in second place a lot. Girl. She said she wanted to be more important to me than that. She wanted to be mom in my eyes. She didn't want to feel like I would gladly toss her aside if my mom came back. Is she okay? I'll say now, in therapy, she was called out for that. She was told it was cruel to toss that in my face when I'm old enough to be aware that my mom's never coming back. 100%, she's crazy. She spoke for several sessions about feeling like second best, like a consolation prize, and like I don't care for her at all. She brought up how I never hug her, or how I correct anyone who mistakes her for my mom, because you're not my mother. Another thing was the fact that I have never said I love you to her. She noticed that, and she said many times she waited and waited for me to say it, but it never came. She talked about how every mention of my mom hurts her down to the core because she can hear how much I love my mom. Oh my goodness. She admitted to hating my mom, to wanting to wave a magic wand and have me forget her. So she's not coming back, and second to her always. There were lots more things said too. Yeah, this feels like, you know when Cinderella, how it's like the beloved story of Cinderella and the stepmother comes and she's like the Wicked Witch of the West, she's like horrible. That's what that feels like. Anyways, I was asked to address what she said for several sessions, but I knew it might come across cruel if I did, so I refused to engage, but my dad kept pressing me on the issue, and the counselor was trying to reassure me that I would not be penalized for speaking up. Counselor, you don't know that. Maybe dad is gonna do that when they get home. So after a lot of pressing, and then my stepmother got involved and told me to speak because we needed to work through this, and she needed me to acknowledge her feelings and work on us coming together. I was honest. I said she was never second best or a consolation prize because she was never in the running, obviously. I never saw her as a mom. I never considered her to be a possible new or second mom. I never ever looked at her in that way or wanted her to be that for me, and that she was always competing against my dead mom for nothing. I knew it! I knew they were about to get mad. My dad and my stepmother were so angry after I said all this 2 weeks later, and it was mentioned in therapy, but they're still furious with me. Yeah, this is kind of insane. Like, okay, I feel like some people romanticize life a little too extreme, because I know I get romanticized too, like I listen to my cinematic songs, I do a little, but I feel like some people romanticize life to the extreme, and then when life catches up with them, they're really, really confused. for you to be stepping into a family that just lost the wife and mother is a very big role, and that's a very big task, and that's going to be a process, period. Whether you're stepping in 15 years later, 20 years later, woo, but you're literally stepping in a year later as married. Not just a year later you're popping up dating, a year later you're married. That's insane. So for you to step in, you need to be stepping in very humbly. And also, like, if you were really so dead set on being a good mother to that child, then you would prioritize them and what they're going through and what they're feeling. That girl is, when you popped up on the scene, that girl was grieving. So I don't understand how you just pop up and you're like, oh, I want to compete with your dead mom. Like, why can't I be mommy? Like, I just don't like, I don't know, that's kind of insane. Generally, like, obviously the girl's not the a-hole that wrote in. My verdict is that the stepmom is very, very selfish. The dad, kind of stupid. But yeah, the stepmom is very selfish. She's really not talking about anything. Like, she genuinely just expected, like, I feel like she thought this was like find a family or like make a wish. Like, I feel like she thought she was just gonna, it was like dolls or something on the wedding cake, and like they were just gonna throw out the mom and put her on and everything was just gonna happen cohesively. Like, that's very idiotic. Like, it's literally a child that's grieving. So to me, it's so insane that she can even prioritize her feelings over that child just as an adult, period. But on top of that, as an adult entering that family, like, that's crazy. So no, stepmama, you gotta go, and you will never be second place consolation prize. I feel like if that girl is respecting you, you just need to take what you're given. If that kid is respecting you, you just need to be grateful that the kid's not lashing out, cussing you out every day, whoop-de-woo, and step back. Because if you were really a good person and if you were really the mother figure that she needed, eventually she would lean into it. The reason why she never has is because you've literally been competing with a dead woman for almost a decade, like a psycho. So no, you're not mommy, and you never will be. You need to, like, no. Am I the a-hole for being uncomfortable with my wife's band posters? Nice. I, 31 male, have been married to my wife, 30 female, for 5 years now. I love her so much, and I'm so incredibly lucky to be married to her, but there is one thing that really bothers me. She's always been a huge fan of a lot of rock bands, particularly emo bands. This by itself doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I love the music too, and we go out to concerts together all the time. What bothers me is that she has posters of these bands tacked up everywhere and around the house. Our bedroom walls are covered in them, and I mean covered. There's not a single inch of wall space in our bedroom that's not dedicated to her band posters. Everywhere I go, everything I do, there are always hundreds of emo men following me around. It sounds stupid, and it probably is, to be honest, but I don't think I can stand another night's sleep feeling like I'm being watched constantly. I don't want to be watched by members of My Chemical Romance or Taking Back Sunday or 21 Pilots as we make love. I've tried asking her nicely to move some of them, and she gets really offended and mad at me, so I just left it behind, but it's getting hard to handle. Am I the a-hole? Not at all. Y'all, look at me, I'm siding with a man, but seriously, not at all. I don't think he's the a-hole at all. Like, I think his wife has parasocial relationships, and me personally, to me that is a deal breaker. I don't think I could be with someone who doesn't understand that, like, these people are not like intimate with you, if that makes sense. These people don't know you, they don't have a relationship with you. Logistically, they don't care about you. Obviously, everybody loves their fans, turn up, but like, it's unfair, especially in this. Let me just put myself in this position. I would feel like it's very unfair for you to have such a deep relationship with them that you're putting them over me, because you are. Like, I'm telling you, I feel uncomfortable with that. And also, I know those posters don't look good in the house. You're adults, you know, you're 30. You want that house to look good, like you want some interior design, but I have to see these grown men with the JB cut everywhere I go. Like, no, I'm not messing with that. But seriously, logistically, like, I would really not appreciate the fact that you're putting strangers above me, strangers that you don't know, never will know, and never had an intimate relationship or will have one. So that's why I'm saying, like, I couldn't handle being in a relationship with someone who doesn't understand that. It's okay to be a fan, it's okay to like something, girl, it's okay to, oh, they're so talented, but no, you can't be going to sleep every night, you have to see them on the court. No, that's not gonna work. I think the issue is that she has parasocial relationships with these bands, and I think that needs to be addressed. Also, maybe another conversation trying to emphasize, like, hey, like, I don't know, girl. Maybe she need to go to therapy. Like, I don't know. Kind of interested, but I don't know if I'm interested enough. Okay, now I'm interested. Okay, am I the a-hole for telling my wife I will only pay 1K of mortgage because her brother lives with us rent-free? Am I the a-hole for blah, 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 my wife and I have been splitting up payment on the mortgage and all of our utilities pretty evenly for 4 years with her brother and his 2 kids, living with us rent-free. Wow. Grown men can do that? Wow, I didn't know that. No. Okay, seriously. Yeah, rent-free. I've been so fed up with him taking advantage of us, and my wife keeps defending him, although lately she seems to have been annoyed by him. I asked her when she will talk to him about moving out because he forcefully moved in with us, quoting, "I'm gonna chill here for a couple days after we moved into our new house. It's been 4 years." Oh my goodness, I'm taken aback. She states that I'm too straightforward and will sometimes say things I don't mean because of my anger for him lately, which is why she won't let me speak my mind when we discuss his moving out. When I keep mentioning when will he leave, she says that she will talk to him but never does, even when he is home. I told her that I will only give 1K for mortgage as long as he lives here. I give 1K, he gives 1K, she gives 1K, whatever price. Because I have been so fed up with him living rent-free, and he comes home and makes a mess every day, piles of dishes, trash everywhere, clothes laying in the living room. I wash his kids, 12 and 14, dishes sometimes because, well, they're kids, but I've been getting fed up with them as well because they act just like their dad and expect me and my wife to clean up after them. We have spoke to them all, but the good habits die after a week. I feel like, am I the a-hole because she has good intentions and wants to help her brother, but he won't help herself? Is it fair, or am I the a-hole? Yeah, I don't think he's the a-hole, but I don't really understand. I understand he's frustrated with the situation and kind of doesn't know what to do, but at the same time, like, you splitting the money is just gonna prolong him being there. So honestly, you don't want to split nothing, you just want to kick him right out. Like, honestly, maybe I'm crazy, but like, I would just change locks, and I think some stuff would either be outside on the porch or in a storage garage, because clearly he's going out of his way to take advantage of you guys, and you can't do the, oh, I'm gonna kick you out in a week because he's gonna BS. Oh, I'm gonna kick you out in a month because he's gonna BS. All that stuff needs to be outside so that all that stuff needs to be outside so that that common sense that you've lost, maybe you will find it when you try to unlock and your key doesn't work. And those kids, 12 and 14 is way too old to not know to clean up after yourself. So no, you know what you're doing. You think you're cute and you're funny too, girl, but you're gonna be on that porch with them. You're gonna be on that porch with those things, so don't play. But yeah, I don't think he's the a-hole, but I just think it's kind of stupid. I think he needs to kick him out and like figure out how to do that. Like him, wife, kids, everybody, y'all gotta go. So yeah, I think he needs to have a conversation with his wife, really be like, our marriage, you know, is important. So that brother gotta go. And then also, I do think I feel like he needs to have like a man-to-man chat with the grown adult male that feels comfortable living rent-free and mooching off people and being dirty. I feel like he needs to have a man-to-man chat with him, and hopefully that inspires change and that inspires masculinity. Hopefully that inspires something, but bare minimum, the locks need to be changed. That is bare minimum. So that way, the only time you're getting in is when somebody is home, so that you can understand this is not your home, okay? For sure, locks have to change. Step 2, I would even call it 1.5 because I would couple this with changing the locks. All their belongings need to be out of there. So that way, in addition, anytime you need something, you need to drive to that storage unit, and on your way driving over there, you need to understand that's not my house, I need to move. So that's step 1, genuinely. Maybe step 1 is talking, but for me, step 1 is always action. So that's step 1, and then I think he needs to talk to the wife, I think he needs to talk to the man, but either way, those people need to be gone. I'm not playing, so yeah, that's all. Those are my opinions.